What's up, YouTube? Today I'm talking to you about why I switched to Fujifilm from Canon. Also, a warning at the beginning of this video, if you hear any scratching or weird clunking noises, I have two rabbits right here next to me, and they make a crap ton of noise. So, excuse them. And I'm just going to jump right into it. I switched to Fujifilm about 2 years ago. I was shooting on a Canon, I think it was a T3i or T4i, for about 4 years. I had a few lenses invested into Canon, and I was just looking at upgrading my camera to a new Canon. I was actually looking to upgrade to Sony. That was right when I think the Sony A7S II was released, and so I was looking at that camera because I was getting a lot more into video. I do a lot of photo, a lot of video work, but I was trying to find a camera that could kind of hybrid between both. So I was looking at the A7, the A7 II, or the A7R2 that was released, and I just wasn't finding what I was looking at. And I came across a video talking about Fujifilm. Then I went down this deep rabbit hole of Fujifilm, and now I'm sitting here today with the Fujifilm X-T2, and I'm filming on the Fujifilm X-H1, which is their top-of-the-line device, their top-of-the-line camera. That's more focused to video. It has a in-body stabilization, lots of different video-centric features that the X-T2 did pick up, but it's still the beast for my video production work, and I love it. There's a few reasons why I did end up making the switch from Canon to Fujifilm, and I wanted to get into those. Number one, I'm sure you can see this thing. Big reason is I love the aesthetic of this camera. Like, I look at this in the morning and it makes me want to go out and shoot more pictures. And I think that that's something a camera should do for a photographer. It's not just a tool, it's a part of the process for me. And I love it. It's a beautiful camera. And the X-H1 is also very beautiful. Number two, Fujifilm is not holding back. When I bought this camera, it's a completely different camera than what I hold in my hands today. What I mean by that is they've released significant software updates to this camera that no other camera company does. When I first bought this camera, there was no internal F-log recording. There was no 120 frames per second video recording, and a crap ton of other features that are just like tweak the camera to make it completely different. It's just like mind-blowing that Fujifilm updates their cameras years after they're released. I like how Fujifilm treats their cameras and their customers differently than the other camera companies. Fujifilm's actually listening to their photo community and taking what we request and actually implement it into their cameras. I really appreciate how they treat their photographers and their cameras, as they just push them. There's no holding back with these guys. They put as much features as they possibly can in the camera body, then they finally release a new model. It's not the other way around where they skimp features to get you to buy a new model. They just push their cameras. Fujifilm, a company, I really like them as a brand. And they're doing great things for the photo community. Not to mention their medium format cameras that they're releasing. Like, it's blowing my mind. Number three is size. So when I first started photography, like I said, I got into a Canon system, and I've done some weddings, and I did a lot of engagements and portraits with that camera. And my dream when I first got into photography was to have the, big body, big lens, just looked awesome. But I've later changed my mindset because that's heavy. Carrying around a 70-200 Canon lens on a 5D body or 1DX body is heavy. And it hurts your back when you have 3 huge lenses in a bag with a big body, maybe 2 bodies. It hurts. And so one thing about mirrorless cameras, this isn't exclusive to Fujifilm, but look at the size of this camera. I'm going to grab my iPhone for comparison. Okay, just grab my iPhone X or 10, whatever you want to call it. It's in an Apple silicone case. This is the Fuji X-T2. So iPhone wins on thickness, but as far as size, I mean, you can almost hide the Fujifilm behind the iPhone. It's literally insane how small these cameras get. The X-H1 is a little bigger, but that's because of in-body stabilization. You can't get that smaller, at least right now. In the future, the technology will be better, but I absolutely love the size of these cameras. It kind of goes into number one that these cameras are beautiful, but I love the size. They're small, and when I have 2 cameras in my bag with a couple lenses, it's not crazy heavy. I mean, everyone thinks my backpack's insanely heavy, but it's not as bad as if I was carrying a bunch of big glass with big body cameras. So that's why this is number 3. Number 4 is quality. Okay, there's a couple different aspects to quality that I'd like to talk about. 1, these cameras are very well built. They're weather sealed. Both my X-T2 and X-H1 are weather sealed, and you can buy a lot of their lenses. A lot of their lenses come weather sealed, which is super nice. Now, not all of them, like this 56 1.2 is weather sealed, but it's still built like a tank. All metal connections. Their lenses for APS-C size cameras are unmatched in the world of photography right now. Fujifilm is killing it with crop sensor bodies. So I love them. Build quality, on point. Now photo quality. I think this is a 21 megapixel sensor. It doesn't really matter to me because it takes great pictures. That's what matters. I can go out on a shoot, get the pictures I need, and the clients are happy, and that's what matters. These cameras shoot amazing quality. They have an X-trans sensor in them, which I guess the photo array, the pixels on the actual sensor are lined up a little bit different than a regular bare sensor. The color coming off these things are beautiful. I didn't like shooting color when I was on Canon. I just didn't like their color science. I know I'm like the 1 in a million online that I didn't really care too much for their color science. But Fuji, I love their colors. Their colors are amazing. JPEGs, great. I shoot RAW, quick edit, and they're amazing. So, I don't know. Quality-wise, build quality, amazing. Photo quality, amazing. Quality, great. Number 5 is price. These cameras and these lenses are not expensive. This lens, a 56 millimeter, which is an 85 equivalent on full frame, 1.2 lens on Fujifilm. This cost me, I think, $600 or $700 used. New, you get it for about $900 to $1,000, depending on sales and such like that. Check the description if you're interested in any of this camera gear. But 1.2 lens for under $1,000. And it's sharp and beautiful. This lens has made me so much money. I recommend it to every Fujifilm shooter I know. So get yourself a 56 1.2. But the bodies are not expensive either. To get the X-T2, which is what I have here, with a 18 to 55 f2.8 to f4, it costs you $14.99 right now. $1,499. That's brand new. You can get it for under $1,000 because of the X-T3 launch. So I would look into getting a used X-T2 if you're starting in photography because it's an awesome camera. X-H1 right now, brand new, you're looking at $1,649. $1,649. That's it. I mean, I know a lot of you might be starting in photography, and I get that that sounds a little bit expensive, but throw that against some of the Sony or Canon cameras with the equivalent features. It's not even close. So brand new X-H1 body is $1,649. Fantastic deal, especially if you already have invested in Fujifilm glass and lenses. Pick up the body. It's an amazing camera. You compare that to other cameras from other companies. Sony has been bringing their cameras prices down, at least for the A7 Mark III, I think is out, and it's close to the Fujifilm. But that's for the body. Sony glass is expensive. So when you're investing in a camera system, I always look at price of what the investment's going to be. I mean, you can raise your price for photography and video clients and things like that when you upgrade your gear, and I do recommend doing that. But as far as getting started and investing in photography, Fujifilm, in my opinion, is the way to go. Cheap bodies, cheap lenses, but amazing quality. Like, they're not skimping on the quality, and it's amazing. So that is my 5th reason on why I switched from Canon to Fujifilm. Okay, and final thing, I know I said this in the beginning, but the Fujifilm cameras just make me love my work more. I love going out and shooting with these cameras. This is not a paid advertisement from Fuji at all. And I just love the cameras. They make me love doing photography, and they make me want to go out and shoot more. There's something about the manual dials and just the look of the cameras that I absolutely love. So thanks for watching this video. I hope that this helped you if you're wondering if you should switch to Fujifilm. I absolutely love the cameras, and I haven't regretted the switch since. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Helps a ton. And don't forget to subscribe. I look forward to having a conversation with you down in the comments. There is a pinned comment at the top of the comment section that has a question of the day, and I would love to hear your opinion on it. So hit me up.